Okay, so ready to dive in some seriously creepy stuff?
Always up for a good stare, you know me.
Right, so we're going deep into deep dive review, which, by the way, is a gold mine of like first-hand accounts of all things paranormal, ghostly encounters, mysteries, the whole shebang.
I got chills just reading some of these stories,
Oh,
man.
absolutely. And that's kind of what we're looking at today, right? What is it about these stories, whether they're true or not, that just draws us in?
Yeah, it's like even if you're a total skeptic, you can't help but get hooked.
Okay, so before we get too far, I gotta throw out some of the phrases that totally creep me out. Like, one story talks about this eerie silence broken only by the distant howl of a dog. Okay, instant chills, right?
Oh yeah, that classic horror movie setup. You just know something bad is about to happen.
Right. And then there was one about, like, a shadowy figure lurking at the edge of the woods. I mean, come on.
Ugh, that's playing right into our primal fears. You
Yeah.
know, darkness, the unknown.
Exactly. So, like, even if we know these might be made up, why do we find them so compelling?
Well, I think it's like deep down, we all crave a little mystery, right? Something that defies logic.
Yeah, it's that thrill of the unknown. But there's also something about these being, like, real people's stories, you
Oh,
know?
for sure. That first-hand account adds this whole other layer of like, could this actually be true? It makes it way more believable, even if it's totally out there.
And even if we question it, like, there's still that little voice in the back of your head that's like, what if?
Exactly. It plays on our imagination, you know? And I think that's where a lot of the fear comes from, our own minds filling in the blanks.
Okay, so we're kind of dancing around this, but how do we, like, balance enjoying these stories with also, being a little bit critical?
Right. Well, I think the key is remembering that these are stories, and stories can be powerful. They can evoke strong emotions, but it's important to like take a step back and not let those emotions completely take over.
So, like, enjoy the thrill, but don't lose sight of reality.
Yeah, exactly. Don't go chasing ghosts in the graveyard at midnight.
Noted. But I guess it's okay to, like, maybe leave the porch light on for a little longer.
Haha, probably a good idea. Seriously, though, I think the coolest thing about these stories is what they tell us about ourselves. Like, what are we afraid of? Why are we drawn to these specific kinds of narratives?
It's like a window into our collective psyche here.
Yeah, and that's fascinating. It shows us that even in our modern, hyper-rational world, we still have this primal instinct to believe in the unexplainable.
So we've delved into the spooky, the creepy, the things that go bump in the night. We've looked at why these stories grab us, how they mess with our heads, and even, hopefully, encouraged a bit of healthy skepticism along the way.
And to leave you with a little something to think about, I want to ask.
Yeah.
If you could experience one unexplained event, something totally out of this world, what would it be? And more importantly, why?
That's a good one to ponder. Until next time, keep those lights on.
And sleep tight. Don't let the shadow figures bite.